Reload. We're kind of at the beginning of fall right now, which is the beginning of the torrent of crazy releases in the video game space, gearing up for the holiday season. Kind of starts next week, although a lot of stuff this year has been pushed into 2010, which is very interesting. But before we kind of go into all those AAA titles, I wanted to take a second and look at a game that might go under some people's radar, but is a pretty interesting title. It's called Lucidity, and it's a downloadable game on Steam and also on Xbox Live Arcade. And it's from the guys, LucasArts, who did the Secret of Monkey Island remake that we talked about that I really liked. And this is, there was a game when I was young, when we were all young, that was called Lemmings.
Oh, yeah.
Which was a huge hit for the time, and it was about these little lemmings going across the screen, and you could put stuff down and you tried to save them from committing basically suicide.
One of my all-time favorite games of all time. Yes, that's right. And
double all time.
So much so that I bought the 3D version on the PlayStation. Oh. Loved it.
Wow.
Amazing.
Or the Sega CD? One of those. Amazing.
Amazing, okay.
Well, so this Lucidity kind of works like a cross between that and Tetris, in the sense that with Tetris, you don't really know what piece you're going to get next, and you have to deal with getting that piece next. The basic premise is you play this little girl in a very storybook aesthetic who...
It's like French pastel-y kind of thing.
Yeah, very much like a hand-drawn storybook, and it's all hand-drawn animation.
It looks like the kind of animated short film that gets nominated for an Academy Award.
Agreed.
You never see, but they show that blip at the...
And you're like,
wow, that looks really sad.
Yeah, that's what this game looks like.
Couldn't somebody give that girl her balloon?
Well, in this case, it's not balloons she's looking for, but fireflies, and she is walking from the left-hand side of the screen to the right-hand side of the screen.
Grabbed right a hold of that.
I did. I was running with it. If you hadn't even pointed out, it would have seemed so natural.
I believe it's au natural.
Right. And so you're trying to gather as many of these fireflies from the environment by leading her into that path as possible, all the while avoiding the numerous enemies and
pitfalls,
dangers in her path. So you have a series of items that become active to you to place down in her path, like jump shoes that propel her forward, or a fan, a fan that will shoot her up, a slingshot that shoots her, explosions that will blow up enemies in her path. All kinds of things become available, but you don't know which one you're going to get next. So it becomes this this crazy trying to keep up with her and not let her fall into peril. Alex, what did you think of Lucidity?
You know, I'm very mixed on Lucidity because conceptually, great concept. Visually stunning. Everything about this game. I sat down, I called Heather in, I was like, you have to watch this game. Like, it's gonna be so great. I'm so ready. Then I started playing the game and realized it's not very good, at least for me. I really did not like the concept of okay, this is what I have next. Okay, how do I do it? The thought puzzle was really fun and engaging. The twitch factor of getting the thing that I know I have next and that I want in this one space as she's scrolling the screen, so it's jumping out of location. I mean, that was all the time she died on the PC.
Okay.
So the mouse was like stick it, dig, 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 dig. It was very weird.
A lot of dicks.
It was a lot of dicks.
A lot of dicks.
A lot of dicks. So it was like a wild dick.
Clerks?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's okay,
references
please.
over here.
No, it's all good.
I didn't know.
I was just.
I thought you were saying, "Don't step on my dick joke."
Yeah. Don't step on my dick joke.
Don't step on my dick.
Yeah.
Joke. Okay, so.
Hey, we don't have a show over here.
But anyway, so once the twitch factor-ness was way too squidgy. Basically, it was the same problem I have with Scribblenauts. Great game. Great idea for a game. The puzzle-ness of it was so engaging and interesting, and it falls flat based on the fact that the execution was not smooth. Had that been just butter smooth, I would have been freaking throwing shit up all day.
Daniel-san?
I am a similar mixed bag as Alex.
Did you play on the PC or the 360?
I played on the 360-degree console, sir.
Interesting. How did you use the little thing to move where it goes?
I used my mind.
Oh, that's amazing.
And buttons.
I didn't know if you got that.
No, I got mind flex. It is a brilliant game. And like Alex, like visually amazing.
Yep.
And music. Nobody's mentioned the music.
Music is
Beautiful.
gorgeous.
My girlfriend was in the other room, and then she came and said, "What are you listening to?" You know.
Fable 2
Just
was
in
after my
that
girlfriend.
voice.
What are you listening to? What are those brilliant songs?
Right.
I'm drawn to it.
And even the gameplay. See, I differ from you in that I think that even the gameplay is I think a stroke of genius. And
I thought the gameplay was a stroke of genius. The execution of it wasn't what I thought.
No, but I mean, even in the
Yes,
execution.
yeah.
And it was like some of the best games, like what I'm doing and the story. It found so there's this story happening where there's a girl in a dream, and then you would read these like, Grandma used to tell me not to turn off the lights, whatever, and it like oddly reflects on what you were just doing, and it always commented exactly how I was feeling emotionally during that level. It was very bizarre and obviously purposeful and designed that way.
Grandma always told me to get more gamer score points.
So it was kind of brilliant, but I actually had zero fun doing it. I kind of had negative fun. I really didn't enjoy it, and I just sort of forced myself through it, and intellectually amazing, but boy,
this is amazing.
None
and
of what I was
horrible.
doing was fun, and Lemmings I had a blast playing.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't have fun.
Maybe if there's a horde of girls.
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I just found it to be one of the most difficult games I've played in a long time. The difficulty ramps up so extremely, so fast, and it all has to do with the fact that you don't know what you're going to get next. And I think maybe what you guys are describing has a lot to do with that, in the sense that I feel like I was robbed of the chance to play the puzzle intellectual side of this game by the pure speed at which I needed to place the next thing down, or else she was going to die. And when she dies, you start back from the beginning of the level. There's no middle ground. And you will die a lot, if you're anything like me, that is. And I literally got to the point, you didn't see that, I literally got to the point where my strategy became, no matter what the next thing is, I just put that down in her path. I just put it down in her path, and she deals with that, and I have to just keep going. But then the game gets absolutely nefarious and gets you to the point where you literally cannot get through the stage without blowing up some walls.
And there's the nothing from Neverending Story.
The nothing! Yes, and that's just like, it's so cruel because then you're just waiting for the bomb to come up. And if the bomb doesn't come up, you're screwed.
And there's moments where the bomb won't, like, I think that you did it wrong at that, like, you had to go.
I think it's random. I think it's absolutely random what comes up
because
next.
there's so many times where it's like, the bomb, I was just placing things.
Me too! That's all you could do, is like, I need a bomb,
that's when I stopped.
Dead, then nothing got me.
That's when I said, F you. Not cool.
Yeah, F-U-N is not what you had.
I didn't have that.
It's too bad. And I still had a really good time playing the game, though. And I recommended people to try at least the demo, and maybe you'll like, but it gets really hard.
It's more of a work of art